Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Otaku Outcast. As always, it's me, Jozy. I'm here with Alex. I'm here with Brian. How are you guys?
I'm alright. Work was alright. Not towards the end though. My fucking stomach was not playing around. That's all I'm
Oh
saying.
damn, dude! I hate stubborn problems. One of the worst things to go through. I've been good. I felt like the week kind of flew by. I got today was Friday.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's been
Dude,
good though. What's up?
real quick on the stomach problem. Usually when I have like a stomach problem, I take a nap for like about an hour and then it just goes away.
Oh damn, dude, you're lucky, bro.
Dude, I
For
told
you,
my
it's like
friend,
all day. What's
dude,
up?
I told my friends that, and they're like, "Dude, what are you, a superhuman at this point or what?"
I wish I could just snap it off.
Nah, I think it has to be like. There's only been one time where I had like a stomach problem where I couldn't sleep it off. Like that shit was hurting to like a day or two after.
Damn, bro. All I know is that I hate it. I know, like when you're like in warmer weather, it's usually not as bad. But now
Yeah,
we're
having
cold. We're in the
yeah,
fall. It's getting cold. Getting closer to winter.
windy
What's up
days,
with you,
dude.
Josie? How was your week?
My week was all right. It was good. I felt
All
like
right, let's move on to
went
the
by
next thing. Yeah.
fast.
Brian, don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck my week, right? Let's listen to more about fucking Brian's diarrhea.
Hey, I never said diarrhea, right? But I guess that's a good way to put it. I was just trying to stay away from saying it because I don't think people want to hear that. I felt like
Oh,
Yami, dude. Going past my limits with that. Yami was. I was like Yami. I'm going past my limits for you, dude.
speaking
But yeah, funny.
speaking of Yami, I wanna go into Black Clover, maybe next week, cause it's been a minute since we talked about Black Clover.
Let's keep it to that minute. Um, what do you want to talk about?
Nah, I just Black Clover in general, just the direction the story is going, and what's happened. Cause what happened last week was pretty fucking hype. Where you're probably not even
You
caught
know?
up. Yeah, we you know.
No, I am. Yeah, I am. I just forgot.
Yeah, we you
It was
know.
getting another power up, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
My boy just gets power ups all the time.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know much about that anime. All I know is that like people were like making fun of like how buff he got. Is that like
Nah,
did he
nah,
like
nah,
all of
nah,
a sudden get buff or?
nah, nah, nah. They're not making fun of him. They're just jealous. They wish they had Asta's gains.
I don't know, bro. That one's been on my list for a cool minute, bro. I need to get started on that one.
Dude, I wonder how much steroids he's pushing into himself, you know?
No, for real. I'm just wondering, like, if it's a sudden change or like does it
Nah,
like build up? I don't know.
nah. He's always been buff. He just got buffer.
Wait, how long was the time skip again? A year?
Yeah, year.
Yeah, that was pushing steroids. That's all I know.
Hey, man, he's just trying to get buff as quick as he can.
Dude, in a year to get that big? Nah, that was pushing steroids. That's all I'm saying. Saying it now.
I'll believe
We're
that
gonna
too. I'll believe
Dude, we're gonna see like a panel of like him with a needle. Like, oh
it. That'd be tough, dude.
and he
Like
like
promoting.
he fucking breaks the fourth panel, like, hey, what are you doing, man? Go to the next panel, yeah? Don't focus on me. Dude, yes. Let's start with today's
Oh yeah. Speaking of pushing steroids, Baki just hit a milestone, didn't it?
yeah, it hit 30 years of being published, man. It's October 1991. That's when it dropped. It's crazy. 30 years. For all those 30
Yeah,
years, it's crazy.
old,
Like,
that's older
huh?
than us, bro.
Yeah, I've been following it for like those 30 years in a time of like a year.
Oh,
Cause
shit.
I
For
read
real?
all of it. Yeah, I read all of it. I read all of it.
You got it real quick. 30 years worth of content in 1 year. That's the way to
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, dude, I think that was the time when I was hurt too. That's when I was like fucking reading that shit. I was like day and night from when I woke up to when I slept. That was all I read. I think that's the same thing that happened with Bleach too. Like, I don't really remember what episode I had stopped, and I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna read it from the beginning. Let's see what happens. Because I already watched Baki, but I didn't watch it from the beginning, so I was like, all right, let's see how
Yeah.
it is. And holy shit, this
Hey,
dude
is
went
there
through some
multiple
shit.
animes of it, or is it just one main one?
It's one main one, but it's just brought into different categories.
Because I think I know it's on Netflix. Um, but I think I've seen like multiple. I don't know if they have movies or not. I'm not sure.
No,
Is
no, they
this
don't.
is this another one that has like 1,000 chapters, like One Piece?
Technically it would, because it has like four installations. Yeah, let me check it
Okay.
real quick, because all right, so there's Baki. I think okay, grappler Baki, Baki Hama, son of Ogre, Bakido, which is the new one. Okay, there's
Mhm.
two Bakidos. Yeah, there's two Bakidos. All right, so the one that's like um animated is son of Ogre, which is the third installation of the series. And
Oh.
Bakido, like
Mhm.
after that, after their father son fight, that's after.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it is. Or was it? Yeah, no, no, I'm pretty sure that's after the. Oh no, I
Interesting.
think it's during at the same time. And then the latest installation is like him, um, in the sumo world.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so
Hey,
some.
so Baki, I know it's like it has boxing, right? Is it like boxing the main fighting that goes on in there, or I know you just said
Nah,
like.
not really. It's more like it's just a combination of it's just mixed martial arts. He starts
Oh,
off
okay.
like as a grappler, and then he goes into like punching, kicking.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
remember.
gotcha.
Yeah, and then it's just like kind of gets to brute strength usually, basically, because
Hmm.
his dad fights with just pure strength, like no tech, not really a lot of techniques, but he could do the techniques. He just chooses to do everything with strength, and
Damn.
he's the strongest. Well, they don't even say human being. He's the strongest creature because they don't really consider him human at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, so his title is the strongest creature in the world. The
Kaido head
strongest
ass.
man is someone else. And then he Baki himself is the strongest teen teenager alive.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I know
so
it's that one's been on my list for a while too. I just never got around to like watching it, but
yeah,
sounds interesting. I gotta watch it.
technically you don't really need to know what the whole background is, but
Hmm.
you kind of do in the sense because you want to know why the son and the father are fighting because there's a reason they're fighting
So,
because they had a dispute in a sense. I don't want to like spoil it to you.
so you're
Mm.
saying there's Baki, Baki Next Generations, Baki Super, and then Baki Shippuden,
Pretty much.
or
Oh, dude, real quick. That reminds me, real quick. Fucking, there's a meme about Naruto losing Kurama, and they're like, "Damn, Naruto really went from Naruto to actually Boruto's dad at this point." Yeah, dude. So
Mhm.
143 volumes for the first one. Jesus Christ! No, no, no,
those
no.
are
It's 143 volumes.
in total.
It's 40.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, in
like
total,
that's like
over 1,000.
that's pushing like 1,400, 1,500 chapters.
Damn, insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. No, I don't. The thing is, though, I don't remember if it's monthly. Oh no, weekly shonen. Yeah, so it's gotta be in the thousands, honestly.
Yeah. Damn, that's
Yeah,
well. I gotta look into that one.
I mean, if you want to read the manga, it's a good read.
Uh,
Anime,
gotcha.
watching it's fun too.
Alex, if you're gonna read 1,000 chapters of anything, it should be One Piece.
That's for sure.
Yeah, not
So
to hate,
I still haven't got started on that anime, bro.
not to hate on Baki. You know, I think it's public knowledge that I'm not the biggest Baki fan, but if you're gonna if you're gonna invest all that time, I'd say you invested in One Piece.
Look, I'm gonna just tell you something real quick. Jozy's interest in Baki is like mine to JoJo's. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's the same. No, you like viscerally hate JoJo's.
I don't hate JoJo's. I just don't like their fans. Like we could all agree that we don't like majority of My Hero's fans, right?
My
We know
Heroes,
we know which ones.
Uh-huh.
We all know which ones. Even they don't like their own fans.
I never understood that until like I started seeing like videos of like what their fans be saying.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
But yeah, Baki's a good read. Good watch, read. Is it the fighting? It doesn't make sense, but well, I mean, you could kind of be like, oh, I guess it makes sense. You have to have enough strength to do it, I guess. But in its world, it's like it makes it believable for some reason.
For sure. That one, how many like episodes do you happen to know?
2 seasons of the Netflix is like 20 within the 20s, I think.
Oh, okay, not that bad.
I don't remember. I think it's 20 for the first season, 24 for the first season. I think probably 12 for the second season. I think the second season was a shorter season.
Okay.
And then the beginning of like technically the first season would be like I think in the hundreds.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's for like following Baki the Grappler.
Mm-hmm.
So the first installation that would be following that. So that's within like 100 episodes.
Oh,
when it gets to the newer one, the newer looking one, that's like, yeah, that's the newer season, less episodes.
Okay, for sure. It's still ongoing, right? Or
yeah, I think the new season is gonna drop. I forget when, but it is supposed to drop because I think they did a promo of it.
Mm-hmm.
New season. Season 4 release date announced in the world late 2020. Thursday, September 30th. What the hell? Wait.
So that was last year? Okay.
September 30th, 2021.
Oh. Also, it just came out.
The new season? Oh, shit. Where he's... Okay, in the newest season, he's supposed to fight his father.
Oh. I need to watch it. I know that like character designs and stuff caught my attention because it's like I haven't seen something like that.
Where everyone's grotesquely grotesque, dude.
Bro, yeah, I mean that caught my attention when I was scrolling through Netflix. I was like, oh damn, what's going on here? And I added it to my list, but I just never, got around to watching it.
Alex hit it with the oh damn.
Yeah,
I gotta watch this one.
It's different for sure.
Oh, Jozy,
Jozy's been quiet this entire time.
I'm letting y'all go off, bro.
I'm just over here trying to tell Alex about it, and shit.
No, I mean, go ahead. I mean, this is one of those rare topics where I have pretty much nothing to add.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You're like the quietest you've been.
And everyone's like, "Thank goodness, man! Fuck."
That's why, bro. I gotta let people enjoy this shit. Cause the rest of the episode, I got a lot to say. So.
Yeah, after this, it's where I go quiet. All right,
you want to all Jozy from here? You want to take it, Jozy?
Well, it's not gonna be all Jozy. There's only gonna be one section that's gonna be all Jozy, and y'all should know what all Jozy means. That's right. We gonna get some Hololive news. All right, but before we get to the Hololive news, which is what I really want to get to, recently on the official Mob Psycho anime Twitter account, there's been a countdown going down. Um, in the Mob Psycho series, whenever Mob loses his cool, there's a percentage that goes up. You know, which is why it's called Mob Psycho 100, because when he reaches 100%, he like snaps and he goes pretty much berserk.
Doesn't he have infinite or like triple question marks? Isn't that above 100?
Yeah, that's above 100. But on the official anime Twitter account, every day it's been going up 1%. Like today we're on 94%, 96%.
No, it should be higher. I think it's like at 97 right now. I remember seeing about it today.
No, I just checked it before we started recording. It is at 96%.
Oh, okay.
So within 4 days, I'm assuming we're gonna get some Mob Psycho anime news. I'm thinking it's gonna be a movie. Because season 2 of Mob Psycho only left like, I want to say like less than 10 chapters of the manga like unadapted. That's nowhere near enough for a full season. So I'm thinking they're gonna wrap it up with either a long OVA or a movie.
I think it has enough content for a movie.
I think so. I mean, if they stretch it out, add a couple little scenes, you know.
Yeah.
Cause, man, I can only imagine what a movie quality Mob Psycho is gonna look like. The anime was beautiful, so with a movie budget, sheesh. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm gonna be looking forward to. I'm gonna be counting down along with everyone else. So hopefully next week we'll have a new Mob Psycho anime movie or anime OVA news to report about.
We shall see.
Yeah, and that's kind of crazy. You know, they just say like, "Oh yeah, it's the final arc, dude. That's it. Get out of my life. We're done. After this, it's the final arc, dude."
I mean, I don't even think it's an arc. Like the ending of the final arc. I think season 2 hit the final arc. I'm not sure. I actually haven't read the Mob Psycho manga.
At all?
I gambled after season 2 ended, and I checked, right, and I knew there were still a few chapters out, but I gambled. I was like, you know what? Let me not read it just in case we get it adapted, and it looks like I won. I gambled correctly.
Sweet.
I feel like it might get an anime. I have the manga. I just keep on forgetting to read it.
Like the final arc manga, or
No. Like I finished the first season. No. The first volume.
Mm-hmm.
But I have like the second and third volume, and I just have not read it. I just forget.
Oh, wait, quick question. When you guys go, like, say you guys start an anime and then go into the manga, do you guys start from the beginning or start from where the anime ended?
I usually start from where the anime ended.
But
sometimes I'll reread. Yeah, it depends too, because sometimes I will start from the beginning, or I'll start from like where the anime ended.
To me, it depends on the anime adaptation. Like, like let's say I'm watching an anime, right, and I'm really hooked, and I wanna get the rest of the story, so I'll go over to the manga. But if like the anime adaptation was kind of shit, then I'll just start reading the manga from the beginning. But if the anime adaptation was like really, really good or even superior, then I'll just start off from where like the anime left off. Like Demon Slayer. Like once season 1 of Demon Slayer ended, I really wanted to, get the rest of the story. So I went over to the manga And then I took one look at that manga art, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna read this from the beginning.
What? But you started reading it. But you had told me about it though.
What, Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did tell you about it, but yeah, I told you about it after like the first episode.
I don't remember it like that. I remember it before the anime. I remember reading it before the anime too.
Yeah, I didn't read it before the anime. I definitely didn't. I started reading the manga after the first episode of Demon Slayer.
I don't know. For some reason, I remember for sure it was before the anime, but I guess that's how I remember it for some reason. But who knows? Didn't you do it with quintessential quintuplets like you did it after the anime ended? Pretty sure we did.
No,
I did for sure.
Wait, QQ was the same thing after episode 1. I remember you told me about QQ. You were going on and on about QQ, and then I saw the first episode and I was like, oh yeah, Brian was kind of spitting. So I started reading the manga after that.
Yeah, you guys heard it here. I spit with the good stuff, right? Why, Alex? Just real quick. Why? Because have you thought about like reading a manga after watching an anime, or like?
Yeah.
What?
So, I know the like Attack on Titan. I read the manga like right from where the anime ended, but for QQ, I've been considering starting from the beginning. But that's like I don't know. It's just a random question that I thought about because like I was like really considering starting that one from the beginning.
Yeah, if anything, I mean, it's not a bad idea to start from the beginning either. I mean, there's no like, oh yeah, you gotta follow like this. No, you could do it if you want to start from like where the anime ends, or you want to start from the beginning. It's fine.
Okay.
I think actually, I feel like I might have actually read the first chapter too for QQ because I think I told you once, Josie, that you see how much it's changed from the first chapter to like towards the end. I think I told you that, or was it?
I mean, for QQ, I did start from the beginning because, like I said, like I started reading the manga after the first episode. So there was the first episode covered the first chapter of QQ.
Yeah,
a little,
chapter.
Or like the first 2. So, I mean, since it was only like 1 or 2 chapters, I said fucking. I started from the beginning. Same
and I
thing.
think there was only like 50 chapters out at the time too, 50 or 60, because it went a few months until we hit 90. I remember that.
Yeah, usually, if a series is super super good and I find it really really good, really really interesting, I'll start reading the manga immediately after like episode 1. Like I've done that with
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
But you didn't really read it.
I did that with QQ. I did that with Domestic Girlfriend. I did that with Fire Force. Oh, actually, no. I think we started reading Fire Force before the anime. Cause I remember we were really hyped about the anime. Yeah. So no, not Fire Force. But yeah, just I do that all the time. Like, I come across a series, I'm like, oh shit, this is really fucking good. I can't wait for next fucking week. And I'll hop over.
Just start reading the manga. Is one last little question. You know, with like books and movies, people always say the book is better than the movie. Do you guys say it's the same for manga and anime?
No, not always.
No.
Prime example
really depends
is
on
Demon Slayer.
It really depends on like who's picking it up, how they do it, how they portray it, how faithful they stick to it. Like it really, sometimes like the anime could like make the art like basically Demon Slayer. The art for the manga isn't necessarily the best. I still kind of like it, but the anime just made it way better in terms of looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
I know the animation for Demon Slayer is like beyond crazy. Like I love it. I can't imagine how the manga is.
Yeah, like all these forms of media, they're all like subjective, right? It all depends on your taste. But I don't care what anyone says. Like there's no way somebody can tell me that the Demon Slayer manga is better than the anime. Like I get, you know, like the medium is all subjective, but there's no way. Like there's no, like no. You know, and it's like Brian said, like it's not like the Demon Slayer art is garbage in the manga. It's just that the anime is superior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, just real quick to also answer that question. When it comes to manga, but when it comes to light novels, things do tend to get lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll probably have like something. I think I talked about it before about a certain magical index. Apparently, there was like things that were skipped from the light novel when I read about it like on Reddit, and you'll notice it happens with light novels the more, if anything, because they started to cut off things to like get it a little bit quicker.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, like
I know
things.
they do that with books a lot.
Yeah, like things always
Yeah.
get lost in translation because you know, and that's something that I feel gets misin not misinterpreted, but like people don't realize just how hard it is to like adapt a novel or like a piece of literature that's just words. Because like Brian said, like with the magical index, like things were skipped over, right? And most people
Yeah,
most people think, oh, you know, they're just being lazy, you know, they're skipping it over, you know, because they want to rush it. But it's like that's not always the case. It's not that's not necessarily it, because you know, like when producing an anime, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it. You know, it's really time consuming. You gotta get the voice acting, you gotta get the editing, you gotta get the production, you gotta get the soundtrack, like things like that, right? So you don't have enough time to adapt everything. So you have to make the sacrifice. It's not like people are like, haha, fuck the Magical Index fans. Like, we don't give a fuck about you guys. Like, no, it's not it. They just have to cut things out to give out the best product possible.
also the other thing I feel like since it's also literature versus, you know, manga where it's panels, like everything's already kind of drawn out for them. They don't have to think as much for it. I mean, they still have to draw like frames to like get the motions in, but they have to do like they have to create it themselves in their mind to see how they're gonna do it. I feel like that also kind of tends to be the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, and
'Cause
oh yeah, continue, Brian.
oh yeah, because it used to have a manga, but then it just got cut off. I don't know. Probably wasn't doing good in sales.
Okay.
The other thing is, you know, in books, like books are much more descriptive, right? Like you're reading it and then the author is like laying out what the you know, whatever the character is looking, you know, it goes into deep detail of like the character's surroundings, the environment, what's going on, right? Well, and then if you put that in manga, you know, they don't tell you, they're showing you, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you put it into words, right, and the author has to like tell you these things, like I don't know, like if Demon Slayer was a novel, right? You know, the author would be telling us, oh, you know, it would give us a description of like the facial reaction that Tanjiro would have, you know, coming back home and finding his whole family slaughtered, right? Like they would tell us like the pained expression and things like that, right?
Yeah.
As she's telling us the pain expression, she'll tell us what it means, right? Like she'll tell us like, oh, you know, he has this pained expression because of so, right? While else in the manga and in the anime, we'll just see his pained expression, but we have to like guess why he feels like that. Where compared into like a novel, they'll tell you usually they'll tell you exactly why, right? Depends on the author, depends on the writing style. I don't know. I mean, like, usually people always say the book is better than the movie or the book is better than the show, right? Like, prime example, like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, right? Like, those are like the two that really stand out to me. And then a lot of people will say, you know, the manga is better than the anime.
Not in a lot of cases.
Not in a lot of cases. Although there are, you know, like Whereas you have a Demon Slayer where which is like I said, the prime example of where the anime is superior to the manga. On the opposite side of the spectrum, you have something like Berserk, where the manga is completely superior to any anime adaptation, especially that 2016 one.
Yeah.
The Forbidden.
All right, that's interesting. 'Cause I'm always like when I started when we were talking about the whole manga thing, it just like popped up. I was like, huh. I wonder if it's like the same case with this. The anime.
It all depends. It all depends.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool.
So the next piece of news I got, I told you guys I'm not gonna shit up from after that Baki thing. This is just a quick little tidbit. As I told you guys, episode 1000 of One Piece will be airing on November 21st. In France, it's gonna have a theater release, and I'm so fucking jealous.
Damn, that's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, this theater chain in France is gonna be having episode 1000 airing, in theaters all across the country, and I'm completely jealous. France really, really, really loves anime. I think France loves anime more than the U.S. Like I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that. Like
That's interesting. That kind of reminds me of the that one scene in Kaguya-sama, where they're like talking about France being second in. Oh man, I forgot. Second to Japan on something. So it's interesting that like France is like big on anime too.
They are like you see that shit everywhere. Yeah, a good example, Brian. You're gonna like this. Currently, in one of their biggest libraries, they have a giant mural on the side of one of like their biggest libraries of Kaiju number 8. Like currently,
Oh,
right
sick.
now. Currently, right now.
I'm telling you, you need to get on it.
Yeah, like France really loves that shit. I know Paul Pogba. I don't know if you know who that
Yeah.
is,
Oh yeah.
Alex. Yeah, he's a huge One Piece fan.
No, I haven't heard his name before.
Yeah, he's like a famous soccer player that's in Manchester United.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
he's French. Yeah, huge One Piece fan. Like, France just fucking ride or die for anime, and I think they're badass for that. Shout out to France.
Yeah, that's really awesome, dude.
Going from a nice piece of news to a sadder piece of news. Studio Wit, the anime studio that gave us the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan and the Vinland anime, is going bankrupt. They have been going bankrupt for a few years now. I think 3 years they've been like going negative in the revenue. And I think this year it's been the worst.
That's pretty crazy to me because they animated 3 seasons of Attack on Titan, just like one of the biggest animes out there. That's just insane.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they're going bankrupt. Probably just like mismanagement and shit. But it's really bad. Like it's probably gonna like cease to exist by next year.
Yeah.
Production IG, the pretty much the father company of Studio Wit, has to take over. Like they're managing it now. Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And this kind of makes me a little grateful that that Mappa took over Attack on Titan.
Dude, real quick, it's talking about Studio Wit and the things it's done. It also did Vivi's Fluorite. You like that? I remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did that too.
It did. It did Great Pretender, Villain Saga,
Mm-hmm.
Ancient Bride, Ancient Magus Bride, Seraph. It has some things I hear that people have liked. Done
Yup.
more. It looks like it's done same amount of movies as well. Pokemon movies.
Yep. Which is crazy that fucking it's going bankrupt. I think it's currently like 8 million
In that.
in debt. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I wonder like what led it to it then.
Probably mismanagement.
I
don't know.
I
It could
I,
be
I think it
a
had to
lot
be
of things.
mismanagement because like you said, Brian, like he's had a lot of like good shows that were pretty successful, but I don't know what the fuck. Maybe there's something shady going on in the background. I don't, that's not, don't take my word for it, but I'm just speculating right now.
Mhm. It could be anything really. I mean, hopefully they do like an investigation or something.
Wait, where'd you find the news? I'm trying to look for it.
You literally just Google it.
I did. Wit Studio. Nothing comes up. News.
Uh, Wit Studio going bankrupt.
Oh, no, never mind. I did, but it didn't pop up for some reason. Now it just did. Yeah. I'll be behind first.
Yeah, I think it's $8 million. I don't know how much in yen. I forgot, but it's roughly translated to 8 million in debt.
1.24 billion yen.
Sheesh.
Not
Good.
good.
Yeah, even that's crazy though. I'm trying to like read why. Doesn't really
Yeah, when I
give
was
a
looking
full on
when
reason.
I was
Yeah.
looking into it, I couldn't find the reason either. I don't know if they just haven't like disclosed that information yet. Cause I mean,
Yeah, that's probably what it.
cause if it is something like mismanagement and like, then they probably wouldn't want that to go public. Cause then that would just be like kind of humiliating.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's sad to see. Sad to see.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
All right.
All right, boys. What I really wanted to get to, I got some Hololive news. It's been a minute since I talked about Hololive.
All right. I'll be back.
This is where me and
I go
Brian go
quiet.
silent for a bit while we
Brian,
listen to Jozy live.
Brian, trust me, you're gonna want to be here. You're gonna wanna you're gonna
fine.
wanna listen to this. I have two pieces of Hololive news, right? The first piece of Hololive news is Hololive's getting another Bang Dream collab. You know, that's Bandori. It's a rhythm game. It's one of my favorite games. I play it all the time. It had gotten a collaboration with Hololive a while back with Gargura, but the collab was just pretty much a sponsored stream that Gura played Bandori on, and you were able to get like a special limited time only item in the game. This time is a full-on collab because another one of the Hololive members, Minato Aqua, she's getting a duet with one of the singers of Pastel Palettes. So she's gonna have a song in the game, which is crazy because that's what I've always wanted. I wanted like the actual Hololive girls to like sing in the game, like so I could play their songs. So we're getting a brand new song soon, and I'm very excited, and I'm sure all the other Bandori and Hololive fans are excited as well. That's the first piece of news.
They're getting bigger and bigger every day.
Now the second piece of news, which is the one that I think you guys are gonna find really interesting, is another member of Hololive, Momosuzu Nene. She has recently been She's
I'm just waiting for you. Uh-huh.
She was on a list of the top 50. I just don't know how to describe this. She made the list of the next generation of beautiful women on Japan's Playboy magazine.
Like, she's up against like real life women.
Yes, like she was featured on the latest issue of Japan's Weekly Playboy Magazine, and the list consisted of 56 women, mostly social media personalities, right? Like famous TikTokers, IG models, and then like other like industry talents, like actresses, voice actresses, and idols, right? She was number 50, and she's a VTuber.
She's the only VTuber on there, right?
Yeah, she's the only VTuber. Like everyone else is like a real woman. It shows her face, and then Nene is on it as Nene, like not the person who plays Nene.
Was she like how does that work? Like, was she voted in there like by the people or like a
By
panel?
Playboy.
Yep,
Playboy. Yeah, Playboy put her in there.
That's interesting.
Man, ever since Hugh Hefner passed away, bro, shit's been going to a crazy direction. That's all I'm saying.
Off the rails, man.
Hugh Hefner
No,
be
that's
not
that's
real.
super
Don't want it.
Yeah, they did it to commemorate the 55th anniversary. So they picked 56 women who they think will impact the industry in the following years. There's no information as to like the placement, Nene being 50s, like if that's due to like popularity or like what the criteria was.
Yeah.
But she's an anime girl on the list full of real life women. And what I find the craziest is that, this is Playboy, right? This is Playboy magazine. We all know what Playboy is. Nene is like one of like the least lewd Hololive girls. Like it's kind of a running joke in her fan base that she has like almost zero sex appeal. Cause she
still made it on this list,
and she made it on the list. Like there are like very lewd Hololive members, like with like that use sex appeal like as one of their fucking things, but they picked Nene. I have no idea why they chose Nene. I mean, shout out to Nene because that's amazing. Like, it's just fucking. This is just one of those things where you look at, like, yeah, that sounds about Japan. Yeah, dude. I mean,
maybe it's the whole like not having any sexual appeal that made them want to go with that.
I don't know. It's just so crazy because Nene is like such a dork. Like that's like when I think of Nene, I think like dork. Like she's really dorky, like quirky, kind of childish. I don't know. It's fucking funny. Nene's one of Nene's popular things is that she calls all her fans like husbands, right? So she has a husband collection, right? So whenever somebody asks her to marry her, like to marry them, like, oh, hey Nene, will you be my wife? Or hey Nene, will you marry me? Nene like always says yes, and then she'll say something like, oh, okay, yes, your husband number like 10,058 or some shit like that, right? So I don't know if it's because of Nene's husband collection that she made the list. I genuinely just have no idea why it was Nene, or why the fuck a Hololive member is on any Playboy list, but we're here, bro. This is 2021. Hololive is here to take over.
Dude, actually, VTubers are becoming extremely popular and popping up just about everywhere, dude. I've been seeing them a lot more since the Hololive episode that we did.
Mm-hmm.
I know Crunchyroll just came out with their own VTuber too.
Yup, Crunchyroll Hime is now a VTuber as well. Their mascot.
Yeah, it's insane. It's I could see more coming up, like, on the road.
Well, I mean, a little while back, Samsung had that virtual assistant.
Oh yeah, what happened to that? Like, I know people were simping over that for like a good while, and then just like stopped hearing about it.
I feel like
drop her or what?
I feel like Samsung probably realized what was going on, and they're like, yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, we gotta drop this. Bro, that's too funny. But it's crazy. I think I saw statistics somewhere. I don't know how true this is. I should have looked it up. But like 1 in 4 teenagers watch VTubers.
That's insane, and I completely believe that. I feel like
look, 1 in 3 adults really watch it.
Yeah, 1 in 3. Sheesh.
I mean, there's 3 of us here.
No, he's talking about me.
Really watches it.
I know you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude, VTubers are really popular, and they're just gonna continue to increase.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the new generation of like, I don't know, like, it's just like YouTubers, I guess. YouTubers? What's the right word for them?
VTubers.
I don't know. Okay, yeah. And, oh man. I know they're like popping everywhere. Instagram. I've seen a couple on Instagram. Well, not really, actually. That's like the one social media they don't come out in.
Oh, they've
at least for me.
They've come out for me.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah, no, TikTok. TikTok is like starting to like come out with a bunch of VTubers.
I think it's more of VTubers that are on a different platform, whether that's YouTube or Twitch, that are just creating like IG accounts for their VTuber, or TikTok accounts for their VTuber. So,
hey, real quick, let me ask you. Oh, my bad. No, go on. Sorry, right out there.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just waiting for Hololive members to start making TikTok accounts. I feel like the only reason why it hasn't happened was because they would need to like get permission, and there'd be like more logistics and technicalities to it, like from the actual Cover Corp, the company that owns Hololive. Like they would have to like, I don't know, like strike a deal with TikTok because they're gonna monetize whatever the fuck they're doing on TikTok as well. So, but what were you gonna say, Brian?
It was just about a meme because like all over IG, and I was thinking about a meme real quick about a guy named just a guy without a mustache. Have you ever heard of him?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dude, that was well. I guess I just seen him. I've seen him everywhere, dude. I've seen him from like anime videos that like that include like anime countdowns or anime something to do with anime.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see him like also on the chat in like a workout video. I'm like, dude, how are you everywhere, dude? So it's like, and I think I've seen him in like one other one about movies. I'm like, oh geez, dude, I see you everywhere now. So there's like this whole meme thing about him. Yeah, like I'll show you. Like I'll just you can search up later. I'll show you. Like search up just a guy without a mustache, and there'll be memes about him. Like, cause it showed up one day on my Instagram. Like, holy shit, people also see this. I'm not the only one that's seen this guy somewhere else. So I'm like, oh jeez, thank goodness, bro. I thought I was tripping over here.
Man, that's probably just a guy that has like similar interests to you, but he just comments and you don't. And that's the only difference. Like he just comments on everything he watches, and now people are like, "Yo, why are you everywhere?" Cause I'm not gonna lie, like in a day, I watch like at least 30 YouTube videos a day, at least, like minimum. and I'm not counting like subtitled Hololive clips. Like just
No, but this isn't just one thing though.
That's why.
This is in multiple areas.
Oh, like
you're about to
like
bring
like
Hololive, right?
No. I was gonna say like you know, like I just watch like in general like 30 YouTube videos, right? Whether that's like music videos or like, you know, whatever like my subscriptions dropped that day, things like that, right? Like, you know, soccer videos, you know, I'll go to ESPN, you know, like just shit like that, right? That guy probably does the same thing. He just watches a bunch of different shit, except he comments on everything. And that's why people are like taking notice. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you comment on every video you watch, you're a psychopath. Like you are.
You got way too much free time.
Yeah, like you are. Wait, maybe not psycho, but like sociopath. I think you're a sociopath. Whoa, wait. Damn. All right. Another quick tangent, and I know Brian, you brought up a tangent. I'll go on another tangent. This is a question, right? This is kind of a personal question, right? Actually, it's not that personal. All right, when you guys watch porn, do you guys read the comments for said porn video?
No.
No? Brian, do you?
No, I don't.
Sometimes?
Depending.
Sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
See, well, I want to see if it's a funny one or not. Because some people will say funny comments. I'm like,
Bro.
what? This makes me laugh.
Bro, porn video comments are some of the porn video comment section are some of the funniest places I've ever fucking like read or been, bro. Like there are some hilarious ass comments sometimes in porn videos. Like my like I'm pretty sure you've seen memes, but like my favorite are literally like when someone asks a random fucking question, and then someone else will like reply with the answer. Like
Hey, does anyone know how like the laws of physics work? Oh yeah, it works like this, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen memes about that.
Yeah.
Like they ask serious questions and they get an answer.
Yeah, or someone will say I had a bad day, and then you'll get like 12 replies of like other people like, oh, it gets better, bro. Oh, don't worry. Oh, cheer up. Like
They're very supportive in that comment section out there.
yeah, bro. Like there's some really wholesome comment sections on fucking porn videos, bro. It's hilarious. Like I always do it, and I remember I brought it up to like some of my friends, and they thought I was a weirdo. I was like, bro, like
someone's paying for a subscription over here.
you know, I'm not.
I've always got to see the HD ones.
Like, my bad if I got a Brazzers account, you know, my fucking bad.
Well, it's
All right, enough about that. I just wanted to ask a question real quick. All right. So, I cried this week, right?
When don't you though?
I know. I was on my Takemichi Deku shit.
You're in your feels.
I was in my feels because of a certain manga chapter. I read Kaguya-sama chapter 240. And that final page made me cry. Well, not cry like no, not that. But it did. It did. But
clear that up, bro, because I was thinking that's
yeah. No. Let me clear that.
I thought you were bawling, crying. Just
No.
You cried yourself to sleep that night.
No,
I'm worried about you.
I just got like a little teary-eyed, right? I got a little sad. I was sad, boys. That final page of Kaguya-sama announced that Kaguya-sama is in its final arc. It's finally reached the final arc of the story, and it's gonna end soon, and that made me really sad because I wasn't expecting it to end so soon. I seriously thought we were gonna get a whole arc of Ishigami and Miko getting together, but no, that's it. Like we're in the final arcs. This is the end game, and it's a little crazy. I really like the direction the story is going, and what this final arc is going to be about. Did you read the chapter, Brian?
I was getting into it today. Actually, I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I saw what happened on the last page because it got spoiled for me.
That was probably me. My bad.
Nah, no, this one wasn't you. This dude. Okay, real quick tangent. Every time, I swear, every Friday that I post, like I check on your post on IG, I keep on forgetting that you post something from One Piece, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I gotta stop looking at his IG because he's always posting something about One Piece, dude.
Bro,
I don't want to know.
It is not my fault, bro. I always like you should know, bro. Like that's your fault. At this point, it's your fault.
At this point, it is. I was like, gee, I'm not trying to blame you or anything. I'm like, geez, why do I keep on doing the same thing when I think I know it's gonna be it's One Piece in the beginning of the morning. So before like you post anything, I just wait till school, like to work till it loads, and I'm just reading like during my break, and I'm like, all right, I'll look at this shit now.
Unless it's something like extremely fucking insane that I really want to talk about, really want to post on my story, like something really really insane, I will usually just post like something
actual panel.
I'll post like a panel that's like non-spoilery, or I'll just post like the color page. Usually, but you know, unfortunately, like these past 3 months have been nothing but heat, so I've been posting some kind of spoilery stuff. But again, this is your fault, Brian. You should know better. You should know better than to look at my story.
That's why I was like, all right, finally, I'm gonna stop doing it. There's no chapter this week. So yeah, Kaguya-sama, right?
Yes.
I saw what happened. Like at the end, I didn't really read it. I just saw what happened. So I'm like, what's gonna? Because I didn't get to read like what led up to that.
It was a nice little moment, and I'm upset. I'm upset because in chapter 240, like the entire chapter is just foreshadowing, like that final page. Foreshadowing. That final page, right? Like I was reading it, and as I'm reading the chapter, I'm like, oh yeah, like this is some serious shit, like, right? Like what's up with all of this? And then I reached the final 3 pages, and I'm like, oh, like. We're here already.
That's it?
I wanna. I don't wanna say this was like inspired by it, but the events of and how it's leading up to this final arc of Kaguya, it really reminds me of Maid-sama, like Kaichou Maid-sama, the president is a maid.
Yeah, I've tried reading it. Just never.
So
like, got read.
Yeah, that was the first anime I ever watched and the first manga I ever read, and it reminds me a lot of how that manga ended, because it was at first like a love story, right? It's like your typical like rom-com, right? Whatever. And then the final arc, the final like story beats were like a serious topic like this, right? Like the female protagonist gets pretty much like kidnapped. She gets taken by the evil final villain, bad guy, whatever, right? Then it falls upon the male protagonist, the male lead, to go rescue her, you know, do whatever he can in a situation where I don't want to like get too into it, but it's reminding me a lot. It's seemingly looking a lot how Maid-sama ended, which isn't a bad thing, but it just I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah, I know it's not supposed to be a bad thing because I mean the stories are different, the plots are different, the settings are different. But I I think it's a little cool that at the end of the day, Kaguya-sama is a normal manga. Because I've always held Kaguya in like a super high regard, super high regard. You know, it was. I thought it was like a little pretty original with, you know, it has its the average, you know, anime cliches and manga cliches, right? But they do it in a different way because the comedy in Kaguya-sama is to me a lot more realistic. Like you know how in anime there's an anime sense of humor. I don't know if you understand what I'm getting at. Like, you know how in different anime you always pretty much get like the same type of jokes. Like 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 here's an example, right? Like male protagonist gets into a messy situation, female protagonist uh happens to see what's going on and hits him, right? Like, oh, hentai, oh, pervert, what are you doing? Smack, right?
Yeah.
Like, you see that those types of jokes in like every series, right? And Kaguya-sama, you sort of get those same type of jokes, but like with a twist, like that episode where Kaguya-sama, where Kaguya tries to like massage Shirogane, right?
Oh yeah.
Right, and then like Ino walks in on them, but instead of like the typical what are you guys doing, smack, like get off of her, like Ino thinks like they're having sex, and then she gets like a little fucking mental breakdown.
Okay, I was like inviting her over. Or
Yeah,
something?
like she's inviting her over, right? And then she's like, no, like, like I'm not, like stuff like that. Like, it's the same type of joke, but it's a little different, and that's what I've always really liked. So, you know, I'm not saying like it's a carbon copy of like what went on in Maid-sama, but I just think it's really cool how Kaguya-sama is able to take things that you see in other anime and other series, and they just like change it a little tiny bit to the point where it's like new and like kind of refreshing.
Same setup, different punchline.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, what do you think of how the story is going, Brian? Like,
I feel like it could have gone for longer. I mean, I could have seen it going through like college years. Because I mean, they still but then again, it'd be kind of hard what they're trying to do now during college while Shirogane is like away. So, I mean, I guess I could see it, but I mean, like, how are they gonna take it down when they're still this young? You know?
yeah. See, that's what I was thinking about too. Because I mean, we've known for what, for like about like 100 chapters already, right? Like who the final boss was gonna be, like,
Yeah.
especially like around where we got all the Hayasaka story, the Hayasaka storyline. We knew like Kaguya's older brother was the final villain. Like we knew he was gonna be like the big bad that had to go down. Now that, you know, everything's finally gone into motion, I see only like one or two routes. Like I feel like the story's gonna go one of two directions, right? Either next week we get Shirogane rounding up everyone and everyone in the academy to like team up to try to rescue her and take down her brother. Or we actually see Shirogane end up going off to college in the US and like getting powerful, I don't know, you know, like getting into a high position, maybe starting his own company, whatever, and then coming over to try to rescue Kaguya as an adult. I feel like it's gonna go one of those two routes. Because I feel like the most realistic is he just rounds up all the students at the academy But it's like you said, like, how are they gonna do this shit as kids? Because the Shinomiyas are supposed to be the most powerful family in, like, all of Asia.
And oh damn.
I don't know about all of Asia. I think overall because they also have parts in France.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, probably the most powerful family in the fucking world, in the story. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna resolve this and rescue Kaguya.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see where it goes from here because I mean everything's pretty much set up.
The story ends next week. Oh, and Shirogane never saw Kaguya again. The end.
Yeah. They just drop a 50 chapter next week and then all right, guys, bye.
All right, guys.
What?
Bye. That's it.
Dude, they do like a
do what?
They do a time skip within the 50 chapters. Like, oh yeah, she went missing. He left, came back. That's it. He solved it, and that's it, dude. You're done. Get out. I don't want to try anymore. I'm tired.
Accept it.
Take us to the last piece of news of anything.
Last piece of news.
I'm dying to see what this is about.
Okay.
Ooh,
So the final piece of
this
news.
is interesting.
Scary hours, everyone. We are literally in scary hours because Disney Plus has started to license anime. They have currently gotten, I think, currently they have 3 titles set to premiere on Disney Plus soon. Not gonna lie, they're nothing like groundbreaking, like no big fucking series or anything. But this might be the start of the end. And I don't care. I know a lot of people love Disney, right? I think I've made my position on Disney adults clear. You know, it's not that I hate them. I just don't like the ones who judge everyone else for their hobbies.
Yeah.
But I don't want Disney anywhere fucking near anime. I really don't. like I don't. And we've talked about this for months now on the show. That anime's on the rise, it's on the boom, you know. Look at Sony, they're cashing in on it. And now Disney wants a fucking piece of the pie. But the problem is that when Disney wants a piece of the pie, they just buy the whole pie. They buy the whole fucking pie.
Yeah.
This is literally fucking scary hours, bro, because Disney pretty much, I don't know if they own the rights, but they have like the licensing and the distributing rights to Studio Ghibli, don't they?
I don't really know about that, but I know they do have something in contact with Ghibli because they have shown their movies. So I don't fully know. I think it does have something to do with, because I feel like for some reason I've always connected Disney to Ghibli, even though like it's a studio shit, but like for some reason I think there is a connection there.
There is a connection. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But
Disney becomes a sole distributor to Studio Ghibli in 1996. Kevin Roth said this at the time partnership began. Miyazaki's film features Disney strives to produce. Hayao Miyazaki needed assistance with funding his work, so they're the sole distributor to Studio Ghibli. 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 I don't know how to say it. I always hear both.
Goes both ways.
I think it's Ghibli. But yeah, bro, this is scary hours. So, you know.
Yeah, they have the rights to an animated film.
Is here about one of the animes they're producing?
They're
the whole like Disney villain thing. Is that true?
What?
So I'm not sure where I saw this. It might have been Twitter, but they were talking about how like one of the one of the animes that they're producing involves like Disney villains, something. They have like um like human forms of like like Lion King and stuff. They have Mufasa like as a human form, something. You guys ever heard about that? Am I wrong?
No, this is all new
I
to
don't know.
me.
Let's see. I wouldn't even know how to find it. I should have sent it to you guys, but I was like, well, that's crazy if they're going that route. Like making their own like supposedly one anime, what like one of the animes? Because I know it's three, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So the
One of
three.
them is like completely like Disney's making it.
I know one of them. One of them is gonna be the sequel to Tatami Galaxy.
All right. So usually Popper twisted Wonderland mobile game into the anime, but is also animating Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall, Yo Johan Time Machine Blues, and Summertime Rendering. Those are the three.
I think Summertime Rendering is the Tatami Galaxy sequel. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I just want Disney as far fucking away as possible from anime. Because today they start licensing anime, and in 5 years from now they're gonna own fucking Dragon Ball. Like, get the fuck away.
I don't feel like it would, because Toy's pretty up there in terms of a production team, no?
This is Disney, bro. Disney's wallet is infinite.
Black Rock Shooter, so it's a manga. No, it is a Japanese media franchise based on characters created, but so this isn't really a manga. This is more like a video game, I think.
One is based off a video game, I think.
Yeah.
One of their smartphone games.
Yeah. No, it has a.
Okay, I just sent you guys a link.
Yeah. No, okay. So I'm looking at it. Okay, so it has an OVA from 2010, and then it has a game from 2011, and then a manga from 2011, 2012, and then it's getting the anime. Oh, and then it had an anime from 2012, 8 episodes. Dude, this thing's been all over. I think this series is gonna make its own thing. Oh yeah, it's gonna make its own thing. So originally it is a video game. It's kind of like a video game basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tatami Galaxy sequel. Trying to look at this real quick. No, because the thing I was talking about was not part of Tatami. I think it's Machine Blues. That's the. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's Machine Blues. That's the sequel. Yeah, so
I don't know.
the thing with Ghibli Studios is that it's helped out a lot. So that's like how it kind of, in a sense, is a Disney movie. It's funded the movies basically.
I don't know. When I saw the news, I was like, damn, Disney's really trying to like take over the world or something.
Basically. Yeah, and I don't know, I'm just not into the whole idea of Disney, because Disney basically wants to monopolize everything.
Yeah, if there's money to be made, I want to make it.
Yeah, they even dude, when they even wanted the rights for Spider-Man, but they're like, yeah, we want everything, you get nothing.
For real. Man, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Dick.
I did not see this coming though. Like I know like anime was getting big, but for some reason it just didn't cross my mind that Disney might want to cross that.
I'm not surprised, man. Not surprised at all.
Good. Man.
We'll
I
see how it
guess.
goes.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes from here. And hopefully they don't take like something big, dude.
Be
You know,
interesting to see it. Like,
you know
if
what?
they do take a
You
big
know,
anime, like which one it would be.
I know exactly which one it would be.
One Piece.
No, I
Which one?
wouldn't. I don't think. I don't think
It wouldn't be
Japan.
One Piece.
I don't think Japan would be willing. I think like wholeheartedly believe that is if Disney approached Toei or Shonen Jump
For One Piece.
for One Piece, the Japanese government would like intervene. Wholeheartedly, I wholeheartedly believe they would intervene.
Yeah, they might. They honestly they might.
They
'Cause,
would,
dude,
yeah, like they genuinely would. I don't think they would let that happen.
Yeah, because all the things they've done for like One Piece. Yeah, I feel like they've given statues. Oh no, dude. Was it
Yeah,
gold
really?
statues? I forget. Yeah, gold. I think it was bronze statues. I think right.
Yeah. Recently, I think this week, maybe like
They
2
released
days
the
ago,
Robin one.
they released the Robin one. Yeah. So
I think it was a week ago.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. Come on, you guys can't. All right. Come on, you guys can't picture which anime would just be perfect for fucking Disney.
I can't.
Anything with romance maybe.
Nah, it would 100% be.
Like,
It would 100% be My Hero. Come on, same demographic of fans, bro.
I can see that. I can see that.
And I could see them selling My Hero to Disney for the right price, 100%. My Hero is like one of the biggest anime here in the West too, so it'd be perfect for Disney.
True.
I'm trying to get a fucking Demon Slayer.
See, I think that'd probably be another anime that Japan wouldn't well, not the government, but I don't think they'd be willing to give it up. That's too much. That's too big of a cash cow to give up to Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, Demon Slayer just had the highest grossing movie of all time in Japan. There's no way they're gonna give that to Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want that mouse as far away from fucking Naruto and Luffy and Goku as fucking possible.
I have one question though. Like, what makes the anime different from like something that's created here in the US?
The storytelling, the writing. 100%.
Okay, so like if say for example like they copied the style and the writing and stuff, would it still be considered an anime? My understanding is, well, I mean, I guess this is like a really dumb way to think about it. But, like, I thought that anime only comes from Japan. Like, it's from like the Japanese people.
Mm-hmm.
And if they created something here in the U.S., I would consider it a cartoon. Right? I don't know.
No, because Japan counts anything that's animated as anime. We know it as like Japanese anime, but overall, if you really want to look at it, anime is animation.
So
we just know
like,
it as anime though.
So would like man, like any cartoon here be considered anime over there?
Yeah, because I think that Spider-Man movie that was animated, Spider-Man.
The Spider-Verse one?
Yeah, Into the Spider, where Miles Morales, right?
Yeah,
I think it won a trophy, something out there. I'm pretty sure it won something about best animation out there.
Really?
I think it did something like that. I remember someone talking about it.
I think
that's pretty cool. I know like.
No, continue. Alex? My bad.
I don't know. I was just gonna say like it's pretty interesting that they gave something that was created here an award, because I know like the Oscars really doesn't acknowledge Japanese anime as like animated movies or whatever.
No, that's just because Oscars think the U.S. is the only part of the fucking planet. They think everything revolves around the U.S. That's literally why.
Yeah. What were you
Um,
saying?
I was gonna say I think what qualifies an anime as an anime is that not necessarily that it comes from Japan, because there's a bunch of anime from like China and things and Korea now that are getting big, and that's
Mm.
still anime. I think what qualifies an anime as an anime is the story and the fact that it's all shot in 24 frames per second. Because I think Disney's all shot at like 60 frames per second, like their animation.
Mm.
So I think that's what qualifies it, because most, if not all, anime is done at 24 frames per second.
Mm.
I think that's what qualifies it as an anime. And I mean, you could just do that here, right? Like you said, like what's stopping Disney from just creating their anime, or what took them so long
Yeah.
is for starters, like you'd never be able to have a series like Death Note, right? On Disney. Like you just can't. Like it took Disney what, like almost 100 years to get a rated R movie,
What was that? And that was Deadpool, no?
and that was
Or,
Deadpool. Yeah, right.
yeah. And that was like created by Fox, and Disney bought Fox, so it's not like they couldn't just like
Mhm.
abandon it, right?
Yeah, so like something like Death Note would never be created by Disney, right? Like yeah,
Mm.
maybe you could get a series like Mob Psycho. Like I don't even think Disney would be able to create something like Demon Slayer. It's too gory,
Yeah.
right? So and then Disney shows. I don't know. I'd probably get killed by like Disney, like hardcore Disney fans who like watch their shows, both animated and live
Mm.
action. But as far as I know, most Disney shows don't have like uh ongoing story, right? Like an
Yeah.
ongoing plot. Like it's usually just like, oh, story of the week, right? Like in
Mm.
this episode, we're gonna do this, and this, right? And then it's never like touched upon again. For the most part,
I
cause
look at that as cartoons. Yeah.
yeah, right.
Like,
Like
mm.
I know there's some Disney shows that I think like American Dragon Jake Long like had a ongoing story,
Yeah.
or like things like I don't know if you guys remember, but like the Jackie Chan Adventures. I think that was
Yeah, I
Disney.
remember that.
I think that was Disney, right? Like those had ongoing stories, right?
Yeah.
But then again, what do both of those things have in common? They're Asian oriented.
Yeah.
So, want to know another story that off the top of my head has a ongoing story? Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Same thing with that one.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are other cartoons that have an ongoing story, ongoing plot,
Huh.
but it's not normal. Like it's not normal.
Yeah, that's true. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing.
That was a good way to get our thoughts out about it.
Yeah. Just have to see how it goes.
Yep. So that's it for today, guys.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to end it.
And yeah, don't forget, follows on YouTube, on Twitter at Otaku, no, at Outcast Otaku, our YouTube. So hit that like and subscribe. Man, that's it. Hope you guys have a good day.
Ace.